Hey everybody, let's do a second video today. Since we haven't done much polling this week, let's take a look at this one out of Montana. It's from Emerson, and the top line number is Trump is at 55, Kamala Harris is at 40. So that's a 15-point lead for Trump. In 2016, he won the state by over 20 points. In 2020, he won it by over 16. So could the state get narrower in 2020? And how about that key U.S. Senate election between Tester and Sheehy? Let's go down and dig a little deeper into the data. And as always, keep in mind this is just one poll from one pollster. Take it somewhat with a grain of salt. Try to take a look at the aggregates when you can. Well, the answer to that Senate election is right here at the top. It's Tim Sheehy at 48, John Tester at 46. So very close, but Sheehy with a slight advantage. Of course, that's going to be within the margin of error. And in case you're wondering, the sample size for this was 1,000 likely voters. So again, for president, we've got Trump up 15, 55 to 40. 5% are undecided. If you push those undecideds to go toward one side or the other, then it's still a 15-point lead. Trump goes up to 58, Harris goes up to 43. Now, what if you throw Robert F. Kennedy Jr. into the mix? Then it's another 15-point advantage for Trump. Harris is at 39, Kennedy's at 5, and another 3% are undecided. It says since the March poll, Trump's support has decreased a point while Harris has improved by 5 points over Biden's 35. It says Harris has picked up ground among women. 47% go to Harris compared to 40% who supported Biden, while Trump maintains around 61% of male voters. Voters with college degrees have also flipped. In March, they broke for Trump by 7, but now they're breaking for Harris also by 7. So a 14-point swing with college-educated voters, that's significant. And then in the U.S. Senate election, again, Sheehy is up to 48 to Tester's 46, 5% undecided. So here's how that Senate race looked going back to last October. There, with more than a year to go, Tester was up 439 to 35, 21% undecided. Then back in March, Tester was up to 44 to 42 with 14% undecided. Now, up until that point, we really did not know who the Republicans were going to have as their nominee. Tester had high name ID. He's been in office for a long time. But now, since that March poll, we've got Tim Sheehy as the nominee, and Tester has gone up just 2 points, while Sheehy has gone up 6, and now he leads by 2 with only 5% undecided. Then it has the survey date, the sample size, and the margin of error down below here in the corner. My own prediction prior to all this happening did have Tester with a slight edge. The last couple months in my own prediction, I did flip it and give it to Sheehy by a narrow margin. I think it's going to be close. Tester's going to get a lot of crossover vote, but it's hard to imagine him outrunning Harris by 15 or more points. In that Senate race, we've got women breaking for Tester 53 to 41. Male voters break for Sheehy 56 to 40. With approval ratings, Joe Biden is at 31, 60% disapprove. What about Governor Greg Gianforte, who is up for re-election this year? His approval is at 41, but he also has 41 who disapprove. So Biden way underwater, Gianforte is even, and there's seemingly a good chunk of voters that have no opinion of the governor. I'd also like to point out they did not survey the governor's race in this particular poll for whatever reason. I think it would have made perfect sense to do so. You've got a Senate race, you've got a presidential race. Why not throw the governor's race in there as well? But anyway, Vice President Harris is viewed favorably by 42% of Montana voters, while 58% have an unfavorable view. Her approval could continue to go up, it could go down. Even though she's underwater, I would still expect it to be more of a honeymoon. And how about Donald Trump? His favorability is at 55%, 45 have an unfavorable view. So in this fairly red state, Trump is above water by 7. And then we've got the top issues for Montana. The economy is huge at 40%. Affordable housing is second at 27. Threats to democracy is at 10. Immigration, 6. Healthcare, 5. And abortion access is at 4. So that's where things are at in Montana. And again, you can view the methodology down here below. And at the very bottom, you can click on full results to get a detailed breakdown of the question wording as well as the crosstabs on the demographic sample size. One thing I noticed on a glance in those crosstabs is they polled both congressional districts, but they did poll a little bit more from the first district, which is red, but a lot bluer than the second district, which they polled a little bit less from. So if it wasn't for the Senate race, I don't think there would be much to take a look at here in Montana. The only reason we're doing that is because of Tester and Sheehy. Democrats have had plenty of success in this state for governor over the past couple of decades, but that's another office that did flip and go toward the Republicans in the last election. So there's going to be huge presidential turnout. I don't know how much polling attention Montana is going to get, but given that Senate race there, I would expect there to be a lot more than without it. And I would guess Harris is not going to spend much time in this state. I don't think Tester is going to want to be seen with her. And if that seat did flip, it's likely that would be the 51st seat for the Republicans, and they would control the Senate next year outright. Nothing's guaranteed. Things could always change. We've still got a few months to go, but that's a look at what's going on in Montana in this poll from Emerson. So let me know in the comments, what do you think about anything in Montana? Do you think Trump is ahead 15 points? In the end, do you think it's going to be more? Do you think it's going to be less? How much vote is Kennedy going to get? How about that U.S. Senate race? How much danger is John Tester in? Is Sheehy going to pull it off or is he going to blow it? And what about Governor Greg Gianforte? What's he going to do? Anything else you might have noticed in the crosstabs with this poll? Let me know down below. On your way out, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and join if you'd like to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.